Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Collaborations. We are live, the Ultimate Fan Podcast. I am your host, Kimberly Winborn, joined by Athena Ellis, who is the owner and operator of Divine Goddess Health and Wellness. Back there. Good morning, Athena.
Good morning, Kim.
Okay, awesome. I want to be sure you can hear me. Awesome. So I made sure to share. I know you can't because you're way far away behind the scenes, but I'll tag you. So you guys make sure to go ahead and like, tag, and share. Today is Memorial Day. So I know many of you may catch the replay because it's still rather early. And some people may be sleeping in. I get it. But we wanted to do something a little bit different. I've never done this before live, but I've always wanted to. We've done it on Love and Flow TV where we had Daisha Banner come on and do live mixology, but I've never done it on the podcast, and I'm excited because I've been wanting to. I wanted to have someone who is a chef, somebody who is doing great things and is able to do a live demonstration of what their product is. And so we have Divine Goddess Health and Wellness this morning to do that. And so I'm really excited because not only am I excited about the live show and opportunity, Athena and I go way back. So I'm excited. Way back to
Woo! Like high school hairdresser. Like what else? What else?
Yeah, before big bad acne or right at bad. I don't know. We go way back to
Yeah, the whole vegan thing. Like I was trying to get on board. Like yeah.
I know. I'm gonna invite some folks too while we're talking. So I want you to share a little bit about your journey, Athena, because I've been there for quite a bit of it, and I've seen the hard work, the ups and downs, all of that. And so can you share your story? And then while you do that, I'm gonna put you on spotlight, and then I'm gonna go and share to invite a few people.
Okay. So basically, I made the decision to do weight loss surgery. So a lot of people kind of have that you cheated kind of situation. But I worked hard. I was 381 pounds. And yes, the tool that they gave me helped me. But then at some point it stopped working. So then I got a revision. And the revision has totally changed me because I'm not, well, of course, I'm older. When I did it, I was like my early 30s, and now I'm 46. So when I did the revision, it reacted to my body totally different. So, um, the thing that I teach people when I do my one-on-one coaching is I tell them you have to do the work. You have to understand your body and where it's at and what it's doing. So when I had that revision and I saw that I couldn't keep weight on, that there was a medical issue, but now that I'm not on that particular thing, I make sure I eat. And for me, I got to eat around the clock. And I want good food. I don't want crap. So I'm always in the kitchen, and my friend that comes over, he's just like, "Oh my God, do you ever not cook?" And I'm like, "No, because I need the sustenance." So basically, I adjust myself to how my body tells me how to adjust. I listen to my body. And that's the one thing that I see that people don't do. Everybody wants to get on the bandwagon. I want to do keto. I want to do this. And the biggest thing that I tell people is whatever it is you're choosing, because I'm not going to judge you. If you want to do keto, cool. But Are you gonna do keto when you 80 or 90? So why
Yeah.
not go ahead and train yourself to eat the way your body is functioning at that moment? And that's my philosophy.
Yeah. And I love that lifestyle, because that's really what it is. It's about lifestyle. And I know some of the things that people have you I think even used to maybe pick on me a little bit, but I've just been such an adamant person about lifestyle, whether it's something that is difficult or not. I found out that I had to be gluten free, and that is, whenever anybody
So
asks
you're a
me,
celiac?
I don't have celiac disease. I have a horrible sensitivity. I have an insensitivity to gluten that I developed. And but I don't have
Okay,
celiac
interesting.
disease. Yeah, and one of the things that you find, because I cut it out, one of the things that I discovered when I went and got that allergy test is that I had cut it out so long that it wouldn't even. I would have to do a deeper dive to really discover if I had celiac disease. But I had cut it out so long that it wouldn't even show up in the test. So it's just like things like that, paying attention to our bodies, like you said, and what works for our bodies in order to determine our lifestyle. I just feel like whether
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult, life transitions are difficult sometimes, but you begin to get into a rhythm. And after you get into
Well,
that rhythm,
you don't have a choice. Your body
yeah,
makes you do it, but it's
yeah,
us that rebels against it,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
still
Good
keep
morning.
trying to do the same things, and then we wonder why we keep getting sick. And it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing that I loved about you and still do. Good morning, Tamika. I don't know if she heard me. But one of the things I love is that when you were at 381 pounds and you were like, I'm gonna make this commitment, but I love that you worked out, you worked your tail off. I remember you going very hardcore working out. Now,
Thank
can you
you.
like what happened? You were doing all this working out. I remember you having a trainer, getting up, when you would come to the salon, you would have your water, and you were just very committed to the process. And so what happened that you
I
realized like
don't.
I need to go further?
I'm trying to remember if at the time when I was coming to you, my mom had cancer, and
No,
what was a game changer for me.
she was already
What
passed.
did what the, She was already gone. Okay. All
Yeah, she
right.
was.
So that was the game changer for me, because before the last word she could say was, I don't want to die because I feel like I still got more I want to do.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. And that will change your life. Take your minute. I get it. That will change your life. She still had more that she wanted to do
So from that
in her
moment, I
life.
said, I'm not going to waste my life. I'm going to work hard
Yeah,
for my life. You understand?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I remember you did, Athena. You did like you worked so hard. Tamika is sending hearts. You worked so hard, and I remember like I was like, I gotta step by. I gotta step it up. You would come in with the sweat fresh, on you. And, I was like, I got to step it up. Now, I think the thing was you were working out, but at that time, your eating wasn't as good as it is now. And I think it was getting the balance, like understanding the balance. And, whenever get, please
Right.
cry, because it's a great emotion. Why? The things that propel us, those are the things that people need to hear about. Because people think it's you just jump into something and you're just trying to make money, but it's our why that pushes us. I remember you weren't even really cooking. And now let's go back to what your business does once again, if you don't mind sharing, because some people just join.
So I came up with Divine Goddess Health and Wellness. The reason why I came up with the name Divine is just that's just how I feel.
You're
And I believe in God.
yes.
Goddess is the name my mother gave me, Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Greek name, Goddess. So that's how I came up with the business. It's an umbrella. of things.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
do one-on-one coaching for people who are just trying to get on track with their eating and just being good in their head. Um, I also do private dining. I do small catering, and I
Mm-hmm.
also started getting into CBD because I was getting people asking me like, "Do you do CBD?" And I'm like, "Let me figure out what this is."
Yeah.
And it's basically people who are in pain and stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's legal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I come in and I'll make meals and I'll do my thing as far as the CBD is concerned. And
Mm-hmm.
then I also do just, specialty stuff. Like if you just, oh, and I do meal prep as well. I just had
Milk.
a delivery last night to a
Mm-hmm.
trainer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he eats like,
Yeah.
but it's not bad, but I know he eats because of how he's training.
Yeah.
So, but the thing I like to call myself is a boutique meal prepper
Mm-hmm.
because most of my clients, they all kind of sort of eat the same thing. I
Mm-hmm.
just fix it a different way for each one,
Yeah.
so it's not like you go to Clean Eats and it's like, boom, that this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I get hit up. One of my clients, she was like, I want a bento box. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So what you
We'll
want
get
in the
some.
bento box? And then
Yeah.
she'll go, I don't know. And then that makes me go and research and figure it out.
Yeah.
And so she's been happy. So, it's I that's why I say I'm a boutique nutritionist. I'm not licensed, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a boutique nutritionist, and you just tell me I just picked up a preacher and his first
Mm-hmm.
lady,
Mm-hmm.
and he likes certain stuff, she doesn't. So I will create their meals based upon what they like.
Right.
Like she don't like mushrooms, okay, but
Right.
he likes mushrooms. So when I make that particular chicken meal, he's gonna get mushrooms. She won't.
Right.
So it's
You
just
can
I like to
customize
cater
it.
to my people, and
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
Yeah, and people like that too because we're used to having it our way, right? I mean, just the truth of the matter, we used to the Burger King mentality. Let's get it my
They
way.
want
And when
that Burger King thing.
yeah, and so
Exactly.
when somebody's like, "No, this is just the way I make it," people are like, "Oh, well, I'll find somebody else then." So that's good. And I'm gonna take the banner down so we can see you because today, tell us what you're making today. Today's focus is Memorial Day. First of all, we want to salute the families of those who have lost loved ones who in the service of our country. We want to memorialize them today. We want to celebrate their lives, not the fact that we're not celebrating that it's Memorial Day, so we're celebrating that they died for us. No, we're celebrating their lives and the legacy that they left
Absolutely.
today. And so, to those who
Absolutely.
have loved ones, just know from Coffee and Collaborations, the whole team, not just the Ultimate Fan podcast, that we do salute you and your families. And of course, Athena does as well. So I'm going to take the banner down because
Me
she's
as
going to
well.
share some Memorial Day tips, things that you can use today as you're grilling or what have you, cooking indoors, whatever you want to do. But then also you could take it forward and take some of these tips and things. And so while she's cooking, we'll also be in conversation. We ask if you have any questions or what have you, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll read them to her so she can, continue to answer questions and things like that as she's cooking. So Thina, what are you cooking today for us?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is I coined it my recipe as a summer salad.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer salad, like I used it a lot during my weight loss journey because I would even eat it for breakfast. It would because that's the other thing I try to teach people is that breakfast doesn't have to be typical breakfast.
Right.
People always feel like, oh, I gotta eat eggs. I gotta no. You eat what you feel like you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a particular salad that I would make for myself. I would use Roma tomatoes, only because they're not so juicy, and you need to make sure you get the ones that are hard. Don't get the soft one because that defeats the whole purpose. I also
Mm-hmm.
use the English cucumber
I
because
love
there's no seeds. I don't like the regular one. Now, if I have to get the regular one, I'll just dig out seeds. But why I got to do all that work when I can get this?
Mhm.
Then I also use red onion.
Mhm.
You don't have to, because some people don't like how pungent it is. And then I season with some lemon juice, and I have some Mediterranean feta cheese that I'll sprinkle on top of that. Now, if I don't have any meat at all, I'll add a hard boiled egg. So I have
Okay.
that here too as well. But the other thing that I have is I have shrimp, but most people don't want to do it out there. But we'll talk about it.
Do you buy it already
Because
deveined?
I like my fresh fish. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So you buy the
Um,
you devein it and all of that yourself.
yeah, right. Cause that right there, that
Mhm.
I know what that is. That's the poop part.
Yes. Right.
Um, you know, and that's what it looks like before I take care of it. So,
Right.
and then I also prefer salmon with the skin on it because
Mhm.
it just helps cook the salmon better. And if you cook it properly, the meat slides off.
Mhm.
So another thing that I do is I love balsamic vinegar. So we're going to be
Mhm.
using two things on this salad. I love Newman's own classic oil vinegar, and then once I finish doing the whole salad, I'll drizzle this on top.
Mhm. Okay.
So the first thing that I will do is I'm going to go ahead and get my pan going. Another one of my seasonings that I love that's near and dear to my heart is Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Like once you put that on there, it's really not too much you need to do to it. I do use kosher salt because that's to me, you don't have to use as much. And it's also a better salt. Now, there are other salts out there, Himalayan and all that stuff. I'm not from the Himalayas. I'm just going to do my kosher salt. So, you remember how Martin was like, "You from the Himalaya?"
Yes. Yes. That is fun.
um,
Himalayan, the pink
so,
Himalayan salt, it's really good for detoxing though too. So like the people don't you don't have to necessarily put it on your food if you would like to. Yes, I do kosher salt too, Athena. But having the pink Himalayan salt on
yeah.
hand, just like a staple in the kitchen, I think that's one of those things that people should have because it has so many healing properties.
Has benefits. It has
Yeah, so
little.
many
It has a
benefits.
lot of benefits, and so I have some. It's just not
Mhm.
my go-to. I always use kosher.
Tamika said,
Um,
I love Mrs. Dash on salads as well. That's what Tamika said in the comments.
man, I'm telling you, like I put. I mean, I could be eating. I don't know, a soup or something or any kind of meat. Like when I make chicken salad or something like that, I put it in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So when the chicken breast boils, it
Mm-hmm.
gets all that seasoning in there.
Yeah.
So I love it. And it's like I went online to try to find a bigger container because I go through it like crazy, with the meal prep that I do for people. But
Yeah.
also let's start with the salad, and then I'm gonna heat the pan up, and I use olive oil, and I also like grapeseed oil because it has a higher smoke content. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you're cooking seafood, especially like salmon with the skin on, because this one the skin is on,
Mm-hmm.
you need that immediate sizzle. Like it needs to start popping as soon as you get in there. And so you can't just use, your regular oil. Um, so I use for now I have olive oil. And what I'll do is I will get it hot,
Mm-hmm.
put it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and season this salmon right here.
Right. And you say
And
you're
you don't have to do a whole lot. It's like I mean, it's just like, well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Here's my caveat. Even though I'm a healthy girl, I'm still a southern girl. So
Mhm.
I'm a little heavy-handed when it comes to, seasoning, because I want to taste my stuff. I want it to taste good. So I just put kosher salt on there, and I'll do a little bit of pepper,
Mhm.
black ground pepper, and then my other secret potion, if I can find it. Hold on. See, my whole counter is not used like it's supposed to. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but I just got everything up here, you know. So, let's see.
So Tamika said I put Miss Dash. Teresa, I'm sorry, said I put Miss Dash on everything. Big containers at Sam's. All
You
right,
know what?
you got some Mrs. Dash fans.
You Yo, you sound like that red hot commercial. I put that on everything. That's what you sound like to me.
So while she's seasoning, once again, we got some Miss Dash. We got some kosher salt on, some stuff. So those are you said Miss Dash
But wait,
is
but
one of your.
wait.
Go ahead.
My other secret, because I
Okay.
don't have a grill.
Uh huh.
I don't have a grill, and I love smoked paprika because it gives
Oh
it
yeah.
that smokiness that I can't get because I don't have a grill. But I mean, I know it's not the same, but it'll at least make me feel like I'm getting it. So
That's flavor.
um so I did Mrs. Dash, smoked paprika,
Mhm.
and I do different things every time when I do my fish. I mean, this ain't a recipe that I have. Like, it's just like, okay, Athena, what you feel like? You want to be spicy? You want, So I put the pan on, and we'll deal with that later. And then, but I'm gonna go ahead and start this salad.
Okay.
So
Now I
I'm
love
gonna
English
I'm gonna turn my
cucumbers.
board.
You guys, how do you
You
like
look.
your
Oh
fish?
yeah.
For those who are watching, how do you like your salmon season? Like, do you just like the classic lemon and or do you like the garlic and the herbs, and all of that? Or if you don't like salmon and you like fish, how do you like to season it? Are you just a give it to me fried only, or what is your thing? Let us know in the comments, because she's doing shrimp and fish today, salmon and shrimp, and then a summer salad
Mm,
today.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love a good salad in the summer. Let's watch her.
Well, I came I came up with the salad because I like to constantly eat salad, but
Mm-hmm.
and I love lettuce. But of course, when you do lettuce, it gets limp. And I
Yeah.
don't do limp on nothing.
Uh-huh.
So, um, I just did the tomatoes and the cucumber, and I would do the tomatoes and the cucumbers,
Uh-huh.
and if I wanted to eat it for breakfast, I would do it that way with all of the seasonings and everything, because to me, like I said, I don't have to have uh eggs and all that stuff. I don't have to have that. So what
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm cutting, it's your preference, but I like my stuff to be big because I don't like picking up little stuff,
Mhm.
So this is how I cut them, but you can definitely cut them how you want them.
Yeah.
Um, but again, this is the Roma tomato,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna cut some more. We're not gonna do the whole drawn out tomato situation, but I just want you to get the idea of what you do. So
Do you have a
I'm gonna put
preference?
in
Like,
all the tomatoes in a bowl.
do you prefer the Roma?
Say that again.
Do you prefer the Roma tomato in your salads, or do you have a preference at
I
all?
do, because the reason why I like Roma is because that's why I said when you get Roma tomatoes, get the
Mm-hmm.
hard ones. Because when you use now I love all tomatoes, but if I'm doing this salad, I don't want a whole lot of juice. And when you get those like vine ripe tomatoes, or the beefsteak tomatoes, or just a regular tomato, like, they're very juicy. And unless you're gonna take the time scoop out the seeds, and I'm like, I'm not doing that because I spent money. I want everything that comes in that particular vegetable. I don't want to throw it
Yeah.
away. So that's why I always get Romas, because they tend to be, if you get the right um texture, they won't
Mhm.
be as juicy. So because I don't need that extra juice, because I'm gonna add the what I just showed about with the dressing.
Yeah.
So we're
The
going
result.
back to
Yeah.
the
Okay.
seedless
Any
and
any questions in the audience or comments? Please feel free to comment and join us in the conversation. I think this is really cool um, because a lot of times on holidays we cook out, we do different things, but we tend to do the same thing that we've always done, right? Like we tend to always do the big thing of potato salad, and
the
we just
chicken
kind
and
of
ribs and
the chicken
yeah.
and ribs. Yeah. And some people don't even know how to cook seafood. They're intimidated by the shrimp that's not deveined, intimidated by the salmon. Just don't know how to get those like sort of restaurant results or what have you, so they kind of stay away from it. What made you, when you decided I'm gonna jump forward into this business? You were telling us a little bit about your story earlier and how you changed your life around. What was it that made you have the courage or the drive to start to understand recipes and different things like that
Well, I
to
already
start
had a
cooking?
cooking spirit anyway. I already had a cooking
Hmm.
spirit. It was just that
Uh-huh.
it was the laziness part of it. Like it was just easier to go to Olive Garden and those places. So I just deveined one of those shrimp. That's what it was like.
Okay.
Um, but I just wanted, over time, when you start really caring about your health and wellness, you just start to
Yeah.
want to have a better life. You want better stuff. And so,
Yeah.
there are people who are willing to do that, and then there are people who aren't, which is cool. And that's why they hire me. But um, at the end of the day, you just want better. And that's
Yeah.
and what I do is, when I do my one-on-one coaching, I'm training their palate as
Hmm.
far as food is concerned, but I'm also training them on wanting better for themselves. Like
Yeah.
McDonald's ain't it. Even if,
Right.
I mean, my mom took me to McDonald's and pizza. I mean, the whole yard. But she was a single
Right.
parent. That was quick for her, and that was just it. So, and I even when I went to college, I was eating that way. And I
So are
gained
you
so much weight in college.
Are you teaching these parents how to cook too? Like,
Say it again.
are you teaching parents and different people how to
Well,
cook these meals then?
so what I do is, when they sign up for the one-on-one coaching, um, I will come into the home for their first meal, and then they may have kids, they may not, but I
Hmm.
will teach them how to make a meal. And if I know ahead of time that they're kids, I know they're gonna be
Hmm.
funky. I already know they're
Hmm.
gonna be like, so
Yeah.
I always pick a menu that a kid would like. And most kids love what? Tacos.
Yeah.
Everybody wants tacos or
I love
nachos,
tacos.
whatever.
Hmm.
So I would come in and I do like a little nacho thing with turkey, ground
Hmm.
turkey. They don't know it's ground turkey. They think it's
Right.
beef. But
Hmm.
either way, when we're done, yes, they have the chips. That's the carb part of it. But
Hmm.
it's better than eating the preservatives that are out there that they get from the fast food restaurants, because
Right.
everything is processed, pre-processed, reprocessed,
Yeah.
over-processed. And
Yeah.
so that's why I don't, for that reason, that's why I don't make, I don't buy jar spaghetti sauce. I don't buy fettuccine alfredo. My fettuccine alfredo sauce is made out of cauliflower. And I make everything myself, because that's the only way I can tell what's in there, the salt content, the sugar content, stuff like that.
That's good. Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you said that. Um, I'm glad you said that because a lot of times people do just grab the jars because to your point, it's in the store, it's easy, and we saw our moms do it, our dad, whatever. But making it yourself, you know what
It's
contents
a
are in.
generational thing.
Yeah, it is. As soon as those, I remember my mom making fresh cakes, right? My whole life, like when we were kids. And then Duncan Hines came out and it was popular and Betty Crocker and all those guys. And then so now you see the grandmas and the moms grabbing the boxes in the store instead of making the homemade cake. So it's generational. We have found ways to do things what we feel is faster, but for those who bake, you know, it takes about the same amount of time to dump some, you know, to dump some flour and make a fresh cake as it does to do the
Well,
store.
I don't want to dumb down the homemade because it does take effort. Because when you're baking a cake, it's a science to it, and that's why I don't fool up with it no more. Not
Mm-hmm.
I just got burned out, but there is a science to it. So I understand why everybody wants Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker, and all that, but it
Yeah,
is better if you do it yourself.
exactly. See, I am a baker, so that's why I went to baking, because I understand the
Yes,
science
I
of
know,
it.
I know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when people ask me, like, about this recipe or that, then it's like, oh, it didn't really take me that much time to make it fresh, like a spinach artichoke dip or something. You know, you can make it yourself. We want to let you get started with cooking and all of that. I saw you just put some stuff in the pan. So where are we
Yeah,
now?
I just put the salmon in there, and I'm just letting it cook, skin side down, like I told
Mm-hmm.
you, because I like salmon with the skin on it,
Yeah.
because it just protects the salmon to me as far as tough as it being tough, because sometimes
Yeah.
you can overcook fish, so it kind of
Mm-hmm.
protects it when you get the skin on. But like I said, it'll slide off, once you cook it. But so I've done a couple of shrimp here. I deveined them, but y'all don't have to do that. You can really go to Walmart and get deveined, tail off shrimp. So don't you ain't gotta be me because I'm the chef. This is what I do, and I don't mind. But um I just want to show off today a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
so
good.
I cut up the tomatoes, the onions, and the cucumber. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you can see it.
Yeah, we can.
And that's pretty how simple it is. Like it's just, and then you add I do my cucumbers. I slice them and then cut them in half.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, bada bing. We got
So with
tomato
your
summer salad.
tomato summer salad, we love
Say it
it.
again.
I said the tomato summer salad, we love it. But with your salmon, what's the heat that you put it on in the pan? I know you did olive oil, but I can't remember what you said about the heat for those who are going to tackle that today. What temperature?
So I can do olive oil because you can do a quick sear,
Mm-hmm.
but grapeseed oil is also a good high heat oil.
Yeah.
But I just would not use canola or any of those other ones because stuff will get burnt up and the alarm will go off and then the fire
Yeah.
department gonna come and you don't want that drama. So um so now normally I put it in the oven, but I have an issue with my oven. But what I'm gonna do for here, I'm going to flip it over.
When you have it on medium heat?
So I wanna see y'all. You see that sear on the skin? I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all can see that. Let me see. You see the skin got crispy.
Yeah.
So
We can
I'm gonna
see
do
it.
it on this side and cook this side a little bit. And then I'm gonna
Okay.
turn the pan off because the pan will keep cooking it. So you ain't gotta worry about that. And then I'm gonna put the shrimp in there because shrimp cooks really quickly. And because of the seasoning that I used on the salmon, the shrimp will be seasoned as well because some of the seasoning falls into the pan when you're cooking it. So
Right.
um,
And I remember you mentioned it
it's
earlier,
actually done.
when somebody has issues like allergies or, specifications, that you amend to those specifications. So if somebody couldn't do fish but they could do shrimp, you would use
Absolutely.
a different pan. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. What was the temperature that you put the salmon on when you were cooking it? Like
So what
medium
I do is
or
I start the pan on high. No, I
okay.
start the pan on high when you're doing fish. Well, I'm gonna say salmon with skin on it because you
Yeah.
want that immediate sear,
Mhm.
and it'll start cooking. And that's why I say I like salmon with the skin because it's like a protectant. So it
Mhm.
can take the high heat. You just gotta watch the meat. The
Right.
high heat and watch the meat. I'm
Okay.
rapping. I'm rapping. So
All right. So we had it on high,
so
good sear. And
hmm
so I just wanted to be sure. And then you
yes,
said a lot of times you put it in the oven, but you're gonna just pan sear it today.
I do. Yeah, yeah. We
And
can do
when
this
you
pan
put it
sear.
in
So
the oven,
actually, um,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, shrimp, delicate seafood like that, it doesn't take long. Like you see, like right here, the shrimp is done.
Yeah.
It's already done, and the heat is off. So another thing I like to tell my clients is, and the salmon is done. Beautiful. You see that? Done.
Yeah.
So then you let it rest.
Mhm.
So the juices can distribute, and you're not letting out all that good juju, as I would say.
Yeah.
But the shrimp are done, the salmon is done, and salad is done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all together so you can see how it will appear as a meal. So just give me 1 second. So the one thing I did forget, I I love limes. Well,
Mhm.
lemons and limes. But for this particular salad, I put a squeeze of lime in there,
Nice.
and then I put my seasonings, a little bit of kosher,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much it. And then I will put some of the nature's own, the vinaigrette. I like the oil vinaigrette, so I put a little bit on there, and then boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we got everything in there. The only thing that I would add extra, and I would only use the egg if I didn't have the salmon or the shrimp.
Mhm.
So uh, if if I use the egg, that would be like a breakfast thing for me. But if I'm eating it for lunch, I wouldn't use the egg. I would just do, but that's up to you because
Mhm.
you can't have too much protein because that helps keep you full. So, but I have options. Let's put it that
Right.
way. So
Yeah.
I am going to mix up the salad and I'm going to plate it. Now I
Okay.
also have Mediterranean feta cheese. You don't have
Yes.
to have cheese, but I also use parm sometimes, and then sometimes I just like straight up cheese, Colby Jack. Period.
Mhm.
Um, but normally when I do the salad, I like feta, and I don't like the regular white feta because it's boring. So let me get a plate. We're gonna plate this. Give me a second.
All right. And while she's plating you all, I want to share a little bit more about Athena. Let me go into the wide view. So let's see. Oh, Carmen Settle said, "I see you, chef of Carmen of Full Street Wings Cafe."
Oh, my mentor. I love her.
Me too.
Oh.
We need to get Carmen in the kitchen. Next time we have you on, Athena, we get you. I know you like music and dancing, so we that's what when I think of Carmen, that's what I always think about. She always turned up, ready to dance. So Carmen,
Carmen is dope. She's like the
yes,
dopest chef ever. Like she's just so like cool. And it's like,
yeah.
she has taken me up under her wing
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
has done a lot for me and taught me a lot. And
Oh
she'll
wow.
sit there and be like, ma'am, why did you do that? And I'm like,
Just worried about it. Yeah, yeah. Carmen is amazing. She's very makes food fun. She makes food
she's
very fun.
awesome.
I'm gonna share a little bit about Athena.
Well, and
Um,
then just knowing her history and when she came back. No, I was just saying about her history and where she came from and how
yeah,
awesome she is now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I wanted to share a little bit about you as you played. So you guys should
Okay.
see. You should see her discovering my passion. She says, I spent my whole life asking God, what was I supposed to be doing in my life purpose? I often felt like I wasn't being heard, and after a few failed side businesses, I had given up. But sometimes there's a ram in the bush, and that was my business mentor. He helped and encouraged me to really discover my talent, and that was my passion for cooking. I have since become so engrossed with cooking and different ways to present food with passion and love. I believe my gifts and talents are deeply rooted and key to the happiness I bring to my clients and loved ones. I also discovered I had a passion in coaching others and sharing my health and wellness journey. I believe my food is a reflection of my ancestors, mom, grandmas, aunts, cousins, and my favorite food TV stars. My health and wellness journey gave me a voice and a power to help one person at a time. So stay tuned. I have way more to come. Get on board for the Divine Goddess Train and hold on. It's going to be an exciting and a flavorful ride. And then she ends that with toot toot. So love that. Divine flavor, the rise and fall of maintaining a fit life with food. This is her book cover, front and back.
Oh,
And
thank you.
you're welcome. So I wanted to share that. First of all, I just love this picture. I think I told you that. I love this picture and I love the way that
Yeah.
it shares your story because it's discovering the passion that many people launch really truly into their greatness. So I wanted to share that. So if you guys aren't right now, go and follow Divine. I have the stuff, the information scrolling across the screen. Divine Goddess Health and Wellness on Facebook. Just go to @Divine Goddess HW, which stands for Health and Wellness. And I'm gonna pull this down now. So I love that, Athena. Where are we now? I want to make sure I
No,
give
thank
you the
you.
attention needed. You're welcome. Have you played it?
Okay. Yes, I played it, but I wanted to wait and add, how I, that man that do the salt and be like this.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I can't think of his
So
name.
this is my fella. I know I can't think of it. I ain't never knew his name. I just remember he was the one that did this.
Yeah, I
Okay, all
remember
right.
Emerald
So
Lagasse is
I
real
put my fella
dramatic.
on here.
Maybe it was him. I can't remember if it was Emerald Lagasse or who,
Oh
but
no,
he's
April
real
Lagasse was
dramatic.
the bam.
He's
That's what
Bam.
he
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
He was the bam. You know. Ah! And so what I did was, again, another thing I like to tell people is when they cook for themselves, when you're on a journey, a health and wellness journey, you have to cook pretty.
yeah.
That's my motto. You cook pretty because we are visual with our eyes. So when it comes to food, so if it don't look like nothing, you're gonna be like, and then and it may be awesome. It may taste
Hmm.
awesome, but you
Hmm.
already have a preconceived notion in your head. You don't look right.
Right.
You start messing around. So I cook to make it look pretty for me, even for me by myself. Like I want to be wined and dined by myself. That's just what
Right.
I'm gonna do. So, but anywho, So I've plated, and remember the balsamic vinaigrette I told y'all about?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna drizzle it on the salad, and then we're also going to drizzle it on the salmon. Delicious on the salmon. And then I put the feta cheese on there,
Mm-hmm.
and the coup de grace. The coup de grace, if I can find it, because I don't, like I said, I got so much stuff up here. Where did it go? Now I'm tore up because I always had bam my parsley. So I always tell people I don't care if your stuff look like who would have thought it. If you put a little bit of parsley on it, everybody gonna be like, "Ooh, this is banging." So here we got it. We got the salad, and then we've got the shrimp and the salmon.
Nice. Awesome. You gotta take a picture of it so that we can share it like up close and
I sure
personal
will. I sure will.
on the show so we can see the actual full up and close personal result. Can you show us one more time?
Sure, let me do this. I'm gonna do the salad.
Okay, so you
Can you
guys,
see
this is
that?
the summer salad. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, the juice
And
is drizzling.
then, well, it's all right because I
Yeah.
can add more. But
Uh-huh.
then we got the salmon
Okay.
and the shrimp, the fresh
Nice.
shrimp.
It looks beautiful. Awesome. So Athena is gonna
You
share
know,
a
so
picture with us so that I'll post it on Coffee and Collaborations media page so that we can get the up close and personal. Is there any? Do you have any products or
and
any service?
also,
Go ahead.
well, I mean, my services are, like I said before, just I do one-on-one coaching. I do boutique meal prepping. I do small group catering, 8 to 10 people. I do. What else do I do? I do so much stuff. Oh, like I said, I was going to get in. I'm getting into doing CBD for people with pain or just people that want the experience. And I'm going to start doing, t-shirts and stuff like that. But that's you got to pace yourself. You can't, do a whole lot at one time. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, most of the time people come to me for meal prep. I'm wanting to get more into private dining and also public speaking. I really want to get to the kids because uh, they don't know. So I don't want them to get to where I was and have all this weight on them. And because they don't go outside anymore, Kim. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Don't
like
end up.
they inside playing games.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not having no activity. So it's got to be either or. Either if you're going to play games and you need to eat right.
Right. That's
And honestly, you need to do both, but one of them got to give. So
right.
I want to get into the public school system and start talking to these kids, like elementary school, middle school, just talking, like what Carmen does. Like she
Yeah.
goes in and she's teaching these
Yeah.
kids how to, love
Food.
the food
Yeah.
and she's making it fun. So, that's one of my other dreams is to be a public speaker, but mostly I want to do it with the kids.
Right.
And I started a YouTube channel, and I have Instagram, of course. So I would love if I could drive more visualization on the YouTube channel. And I know you're gonna ask me what it is. That's why
Mm-mm,
I got.
it.
See,
I got it. I
you
did my
got
research.
it.
It's scrolling across the
Oh,
side.
what?
Divine.
Oh, you was
It's
stalking me?
it's on the ticker. Oh girl, I like to be prepared. Especially when I have a guest who is a
Yes,
friend.
I know, Kim.
But yeah, Divine Goddess Health and Wellness. You had sent me the YouTube link, but I just went to it. so that people can go and search Divine Goddess Health and Wellness. And then I have your
Awesome.
Facebook at Divine
Awesome.
Goddess HW. Is your Instagram at Divine Goddess HW as well?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I got a split screen so that people can see your transition before and after. It's one that I really like, but I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna use this one.
Wow.
So this is
Woo-hoo.
Athena before. You remember she said she was 381 pounds, and she is a curvy girl, always has been and always will be, no matter what size. That little bitty teeny waist and those hips, always. So you wouldn't know it looking at, her, because she's mostly waist up right now, but she's a curvy girl. And so that's before and after. So when you have somebody who's lived it, breathing it, and
Ciao.
can now share with others, we are excited to share you with the world. So I want to thank you for joining
No,
us.
I appreciate this opportunity for real. Like this, I feel mad honored, and I appreciate you for having me up here.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a lot of fun to have you up here. These are things I like, the live shows. I like people engaging and seeing people live and in person. And I've been watching you through this journey. And so I'm like, I got to have my girl on. Like, we don't get to see each other. It's been a while, but, have loved each other forever.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole point of network, I think, to
Right.
elevate each other. So yeah, you guys check her out. It's scrolling across the screen. Divine Goddess Health and Wellness. Follow her at Divine Goddess HW on Instagram and Facebook. And then go to the YouTube channel, Divine Goddess Health and Wellness, to follow some videos and get your meal planning, your students, get her in front of your students, your child, whatever it is, because she has something amazing. So you all have an amazing day. Thank you for joining us on the Ultimate
Thank
F.A.N.
you so much.
Yes, and F.A.N is a Friends Accountability Network. And so if you are not aware, your friends are significant, or associations are a significant role in your thriving. And so do the things necessary to get around the people that can help you to win. That's it. That doesn't mean cutting off folks. It doesn't mean you can't love folks. If you have a goal and a purpose and a passion, oh, the dog wants to be a part of the show. If you have a goal and a purpose and a passion, get around the people that can help you to thrive in that. And it's nothing wrong with it. So thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Nicole, for joining. Thank you to everyone for joining. You all have an amazing, amazing rest of your Monday. Be sure to join us every Monday, whether live or the premiere on YouTube. Follow us at coffeeandcollaborations.com, Coffee and Collaborations on Instagram, Coffee and Collaborations on YouTube, Coffee and Collaborations everywhere, or
Innovations
Coffee and Collaborations
everywhere.
everywhere. Yes.
So listen,
Coffee and
Kim,
Collaboration Media.
you
Yeah.
need to keep having cooking shows. You need to keep
I
having
love
cooking shows.
it.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I got stuff to show, stuff to say. So I think
Yeah.
that should be one of your little segments maybe once a month.
Let's do it, Athena. Why not? And then you can have chefs join you and we'll talk about it. Yeah, I love that. It's something, like I said, I've been wanting to do for a while. And I was like, why not, reach out to my girl, who we know since I can't even, so long. We have known since high school or beyond. And so
Knee high to what the old folks say, knee high to a grasshopper.
yes, before heels and eyebrow arches. We knew each other.
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll set that up. You guys just be looking out for it. You heard it here first. Y'all have an amazing rest of your Monday. Enjoy.
I got one more thing I want to say, Kim.
Okay.
Wait. I got one more thing I want to say that I just started doing. I have a lady that has a nonprofit organization, and she works with women coming from the prison home, and she puts them in a transitional home.
Okay.
And she just brought me on to take them grocery shopping and then come home and teach them how to cook healthy. So I'm also doing that as well. I just want to put that out there, and I wish I had her organization, but
You
I'll
have to
send
read
that to
that?
you
Who
later.
is it?
But
What's the
hmm,
woman's name? What's the woman's name?
Shelda Askew,
Okay.
Askew.
Okay.
So she just
That's
got
amazing.
me on. I'm taking 3 ladies out. I'm picking them up next week, and then we're gonna go grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna come home with them and uh cook them their meals. So I that for that, that's just my heart because I
Yeah.
want to help the community. But I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't got
That's
nothing else on my plate.
awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
We'll stay
Okay.
connected.
Yeah.
Find out, a little bit more about all the to what I'm doing, because I also work with women coming out of prison and stuff, and with the financial literacy. So let's continue to connect, communicate. You guys see how collaboration just really makes a difference in the lives
It
of people
does.
in your community. Yeah, we can do so much more together. And so, Coffee and Collaborations presents the
Yeah.
ultimate podcast. We'll be back with you next Monday at 8. Be sure to follow all of our other shows and podcasts. Thank God it's Fashion Friday every Friday at 9 p.m., where we focus on fashion with host Al the Great. And then Love and Flow TV, the ladies of Love and Flow. We have our show once a month, usually the fourth Saturday. We're taking June off. We just had a show. So go back and follow Love and Flow TV group or check out the replays of the previous shows. And then let's look for other shows coming down the pipe. We'll see what happens. This is
Awesome.
an exciting year,
Awesome.
exciting time. Right. Exciting, exciting, exciting. All right, y'all. Out for real. Have a great day. See you next time.
Bye. Thank you again, Kim. Love you,
You're
sister.
welcome. Bye bye.